Hello all, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Today we're going to look at a game that I played a couple weeks ago of how to come back when your team was feeding. So if you see here, the enemy team was actually winning 11-1 and we were in a really bad place. Not even 10 minutes yet, but if you stick to these three ideas, you can still come back and win any game. The first part is going to be protect your carries. Whoever's doing well, you want to make sure they're alive. You want to make sure you're warding so you can see all their movements, and you have to win those team fights. If you don't, you're going to lose the game. So what does that look like? So protect the carries. So you're going to see here, the Draven on my team is actually doing pretty well, and he's able to just run down the Sivir without using any summoners. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that guy doesn't die in a team fight. Number two, remember we want to make sure we're warding. So while we have the time, I'm going to move over, drop some wards. As soon as I drop them, guess who appears? Oh my god, it's a Lee Sin. So we want to make sure we go ahead and kill that guy. So I'm going to throw down my ult, get the slow, and then get the stun. So now I'm doing damage to it, the blue buff was doing damage to it. Drop another ward so that my Maokai can actually TP. Now, we end up actually getting split here. Half of us are going towards the Morgana, then the other half is actually going towards the Bard. Now, sadly, Draven doesn't land that, and then I still suck. I didn't land that hook, so there was no kill. Moving forward, like I said, protect the carry. So Draven's in a bad spot, so I throw down my ult, landed on the Sivir, boom, Sivir's done, she can't go anywhere, another kill for Draven. So far, very easy game. Starting to come back. You see 17-9. Next team fight. So, what's going on here is making sure there's no vision so no one can come and flank us. Obviously, that's very important. The tower's very low, so the Echo does some crazy stuff, and then he ults away, but we end up getting the tower. So, what ends up happening here, Morgana actually gets caught by the Elise, tries to get chunked. I land my ult on the Bard, and then we go ahead and burst him down. Sadly, it's not before he actually gets his ult off, and then I'm stuck. Now, if you see here, the Lee Sin is actually separated from their team, so what my teammates do is they make sure they focus him first. Easy kill. Next you know, it's 5v3, so we're rushing it down, we're trying to catch up to them, and a Riven appears. Now, Riven just flashes because all he wants to do is get the Elise kill. But once again, protect your carries. I exhaust them to make sure that there's no extra damage coming out, get the stun, and of course, you gotta take the kill, because you don't need to have your other laners get that. Ping them to get back because there's no point in staying. This part's actually hilarious due to the fact that the Lee Sin tries to go on 2 tanks. So he does a pretty cool move, kicks me back, but guess what? You're doing it on their tower range. We get you, easy peasy. Now what ends up happening is I flash, still get the stun off, and guess what? Sivir dies again for no reason. If you take a look, we're now 23-17, slowly but surely getting us back into the game. Our next team fight is really what swung us back into the game. The Maokai lands a snare, I throw down my ult, I only get the slow, not the stun, but Morgana actually walks into the Echo stun. We all go golden, and the Morgana just gets popped. Now, she was doing the most damage, so that was a great catch for us. And then we end up running down the mid lane to try and get that tier 2 tower. Now, my teammates try and go and dive, which, depending on how you look at it, could be good, could be bad. I end up not wanting to do that. I just want to get the tower and get out, because we're already behind. We don't want to give up any free kills. Now, the Maokai is going deep, so I try and move over a little bit to kind of give him some support. But really what ends up happening is we get the stun, we both actually get stunned, and eventually all die. But look at how good that catch was. But like I said, we all die anyway, so it's so sad. Good news, Draven gets one more kill on his way out, so we got a tower, another kill. Not terrible. But if you look, 27-20, we're getting there. Now, Lee Sin tried doing it again, but my hands were a little bit faster. Get that stun. Now, Morgana used the Black Shield on Lee Sin, which made her much more vulnerable. So, land the ult, land the E, and goodbye, Morgana. And here comes the Draven ult because he's bad. So here, Maokai is trying to wait off the Black Shield. Eventually goes in. I get golden with the Draven. I get pulled in. I see the Sivir. Things aren't going well. I start going in, but I notice my Draven's going to die. So what I do is I shield him. He gets out, and you always want to risk your life for his. His life's way more valuable, so I'd much rather die and keep him alive than him die and then us not have an ADC. So watch this. A juke! Sorry, you can't get me today. So they're in a tight corridor. I land the slow on Sivir. I pull in, get the stun, very easy. But guess what? Look, Riven is separate from her team. So, do we keep going into a tight corridor with their Morgana, which may hurt us, or do we just turn on the Riven? And the answer is, turn on the Riven. So I land the stun, Draven's just autoing her, and eventually we get that kill. Once we get that kill, now it's a man advantage. It's 5v4 in a small space. Now I'm a little low here, so I don't want to just run right into that bush without having vision, so we send the Maokai in. Maokai is now there, we have the vision, and sadly, I do not juke that Q. But it's okay, because you got the heal from Draven, and now it's just a matter of auto-attacking. And look at that. We end up winning the fight. I exhaust here because, like I said, she was doing so much damage. Don't want her to put or kill anyone on our team. Exhaust her, minimize that damage, and now we end up winning that team fight. Now if you take a look, it's 36-28. Still not ahead, but slowly starting to get there. And of course, the dreaded Baron call. Maokai and Draven are there just doing it, so I'm like, you know what, let me roam over there and let's see what I can do. Now, Lee Sin goes in. I get the stun on him, because if you're stunned, you can't actually go ahead and smite. But what ends up happening, Elise also gets stunned. Down comes the smite from Lee Sin, Elise gets the auto, and now we have Baron. Finish the kill off on the Lee Sin, and protect your carries, guys. So, get the stun onto Riven, easy peasy, we got the double kill, and that's it. Now it's 36-30, and we have Baron buff. It's time to win the game. So what's funny is ZZ-Rot is hilarious in the fact that it can push waves very, very fast. So what I do is I just kill the cannon creep, place the ZZ-Rot portal there, and we'll see in a couple minutes how it does. So this is actually the game-winning fight. So we get a lot of damage onto the Lee Sin. Now we all get stunned up. Sadly, our Draven dies. But guess what? We're starting to get ahead where we can actually just outtake them. And look at this. There's only 2 left. Easy peasy, get the stun, and take one for yourself. Boom. But let's talk about that ZZ-Rot portal. Remember I placed it down there? Look at where the wave is. It's crashing into their tier 2 tower. Very easy to move on over and get that tower. If you look at the kills as well, it's 39-36, and we're almost there, boys and girls. So from that Zz'Rot portal being pushed, we were able to get that Tier 2, the Tier 3, as well as the Inhib. Don't want to stay too long. So it's 39-37, we realized, hey, we can actually win this. So the Maokai's like, hey, I'm a big motherfucking tree, let me just run at you. Gets the snare onto the Riven, it's got a black shield, it's whatever. We're just focusing on whoever's on our Draven. So as you see, we all go to the Draven, we kill the Riven, kill the Lee Sin, and there's Draven just autoing for the Quadra kill. He's too bad because he can't get the pentakill, and that is how you win even when you're down very far. Thank you guys and girls for watching. I really appreciate it. If you have any comments, concerns, comment below. Other than that, enjoy the rest of your day.